Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Polly, and today I'm going to give you a quick review for a few of Mancera fragrances. So I got a little sample kit from Scent Comes in a little box, so it's a really nice website. They have a lot of high-end and niche fragrances, and you can kind of select 1 mil, 2 mil, 5, 9, and I think maybe 12 or 15. Now, I'm focusing mostly on Mancera or Montale just because they're average $4 for 1 mil. Guys, 1 mil, let me find one that I'm not using, is a spit. It's an absolute spit. So it's like till here. It's the tiniest little bit. It's literally just to sample. All the other brands, they're going like, $7, $12 for 1 mil. No. As curious as I am, no. But I'm more curious about these because honestly, they're also more affordable. So, sampling something I'm never going to buy because I find it to be ridiculous to purchase, for me at least, the $600 fragrance. Not practical. So let's get to this. This is honestly my third time doing this. Reason is because some I really didn't like, and I occasionally cannot hold my mouth and just simply say I don't like this. So I decided, no, Polly, you can push through, be a little nicer. So I'm going to be a little nicer. But let's begin. So first one, let's do Wave Musk. I was very excited to try this one. I'm really in Mancera Montale. I'm on a hunt for something fresh for summer and spring. A little citrusy, maybe oceany, but something different. Something different, not more of the same, another peony and citrus. I have those, I love them, but I'm not always into that. And I love my unisex, and I want something different, just weird. I love weird and different. So this one is described as marine, aromatic, salty, citrusy, musky, aquatic, green, white floral, woody, and fresh. Most of the reviews that I found were by men. Now, the notes, grapefruit, grass, and black currant at the top. In the heart, you have sea notes, salt, orange blossom, driftwood, and white musk and seaweed at the base. I don't even want to spray it. This one is the one that I liked the least. Politically correct said. It's very fake, harsh, screechy. That sea notes and the salt, they're too much in there, and none of these notes are making me uncomfortable. Not the seaweed, nothing. I'm okay with all of them. Maybe the black currant with the salt is not the best idea. Maybe it's just too much sea salt. I don't know. I just really don't like it. It didn't give me fresh vibes. It didn't give me driftwood vibes, or it's just very harsh and scratchy and screechy and fake and not pleasant. I wouldn't even want that plugged in my wall as a fragrance for the house. I really didn't like it. Maybe because some people did enjoy it, and again, the reviews were majority by men, even though it's a unisex, because everybody's on rose vanilla right now, so they're not reviewing these. But I think there is a difference. We can use whatever we want to use. I mean, I plan to use men colognes and perfumes, and I love them. But there is a point where you have to recognize that your biology is not the same as the biology of a male. What his pores produce, that sebum, those enzymes, that sweat, those hormones, it is affecting the fragrance molecules that he's applying. Like it or not, you can bang your head until tomorrow that nature of, is not going to change. And maybe that is why men do enjoy this fragrance. I'm assuming on them it smells different than it does on paper and on my skin. Next. Next one is Velvet Vanille. So Velvet Vanille, white floral, vanilla, tuberose, musk, floral, powdery, sweet, amber, animalic, and green. Nothing animalic in it, by the way. In the opening, you have pear, angelica, blackcurrant, mandarin orange, pink pepper, and clove. In the heart, tuberose, jasmine, rolling, and rose. And in the base, you have vanilla and white musk. Beautiful notes. Unfortunately for me, this is what I call constipated fragrance. It's almost like there is all this beauty and it's suffocated in this blob. And it never opens up. It's just a blob. And that blob is made out of the black currant, maybe some of the neroli with the tuberose and the vanilla. And it's not nice. I don't know. It's just, it's not sensual. It's not alluring. It's not, it's just a blob. The few seconds when I spray it, I smell the potential and then it into a blob. It's just like a cocoon. And it's not like, it's not coming through. It's not opening up. And it's, I mean, it's okay. But, I don't even want to spray it. I don't like it. It's just sweet. It's just floral, nothing particular. It's just fruity, sweet vanilla. It's not, for the few seconds, you smell beautiful potential. And then it all cocoons in and you're like, ugh. So, not full bottle worthy for me, not. All right, moving on, we have Amber Fever. Amber Fever is woody amber caramel whiskey, sweet powdery musk, rose vanilla, and nutty. I wish. Notes, caramel, whiskey, tonka bean, and hazelnut at the top. Yum! I saw that. I'm like, yes. In the heart, rose petals, Indian jasmine, and violet. And in the base, amber, white musk, teakwood, and oak moss. I love that base. Ooh, such a good base. For some reason, people, I guess, don't think there's enough dupes for Baccarat Rouge out there. They're like, ooh, Mancera, can you make 2 more? Never smelled the Instant Crush. But everybody says it's a dupe. I kind of believe them. But some say it is, some say it's not. You know what? I'm saying that, I don't know about that one, but Amber Fever, a dead-on dupe. I'd never smelled Baccarat, but the 4 dupes that I do have that are considered to be dupes, this one does not smell any different from those 4. It leans more similar to the Al Haramain Rouge because of the teakwood that breaks through. Just as in Al Haramain, that wood note really separates it from the rest. Difference is here in the dry down, the teakwood really kind of comes down. It pretty much becomes like Ariana Grande Cloud. Actually, no, you know what? It reminds me more of the, what's the name of that brand? The water perfumes that I talked about in that video of the dupes, the vanilla. So that one was, it's more like that one. So for me, out of all of them, including this, the Al Haramain, it's the one that really stands out because the wood really stands out. It's a beautiful soft wood and it lasts through the entire story of the fragrance. And the fragrance lasts for a very long time. So does this. So this is, to me, this is a wonderful fragrance. Obviously, I have 4 dupes that kind of smell the same, so I do enjoy that scent. I don't need another one. That's all I'm gonna say. The reviews that I did pick up on this fragrance, the people that really liked it, first of all, they did say it's a dupe. So the people that did enjoy, they said probably something with their chemistry and the Baccarat, that the Baccarat did not smell on their skin like it smelled on other people or on paper. And this one smells how Baccarat smells on paper and other people. So just something with their chemistry just didn't click with that fragrance, because like we said, we do speak about pH and things like that, why fragrances smell different on people. It's not just people, it's also including, you know, other elements. But yeah, it's good, it's nice, but might as well just get the El Hermain or, you know, something like that. But it's good. That's all I gotta say. Next one is Gold Incense. I was really looking forward to this. So this one is amber, warm, spicy, vanilla, powdery, balsamic, white floral, musk, citrus, smoky, coffee. And it's smoky. So the word, the smoky, the word incense, and the note of incense, ignore. Ignore. It's a type, it's a mistake. They just wanted to draw your attention for marketing purposes, but nothing in this fragrance resembles an incense of any sort. Not Indian, not Middle Eastern, not churchy, no nothing, okay? Top notes, incense, not. Mandarin orange, coffee, and pink pepper. In the heart, jasmine, violet, patchouli, leaf, and rose. And in the base, vanilla pod, benzoin, and white musk. So for me, this is potentially a full bottle worthy on a good discount. Performance wise, it lasts a decent amount. This is not a beast. This stays a little bit closer to the skin. It's an intimate fragrance. It's a very soft fragrance. It is vanilla and it is powdery. It's warm. It's warm vanilla powder. So I wouldn't say warm spicy. I would just say warm. Amber, yeah, but not how you think of amber. The amber just gives it that color. Because when I'm smelling this, the image that I have is those, you know, those pillows that people buy for their bedroom or living room. Big ones, very puffy, poofy, kind of like a, not fur, but like fake fur. Beige, like a big one like that, beige. So on one hand, it's fluffy, but it's fake. You know, the fibers are fake and it's a little bit dense. But it's cozy, but it's a little dense. So that's what it's giving me. It's a sweet, powdery, warm, vanilla fragrance with that amber, and you get the powder because it's a little, the powder and vanilla really is great and warm is the best way to describe this. So it's not stuffy, but it's close. It cannot stuff you. It's a comforting scent, intimate just because it's close to the skin, and it's just, it's not to allure. It's just for you, you know. It's one of those kind of fragrances. And no coffee, nothing smoky happening here at all. I wish. I really do. The patchouli a little bit, yeah, the benzoin. It's very nice. I really liked it. Since the first time, I really like it. I still like it. And again, it doesn't blow my mind. This is not a brand new concept. I would like to have this though. It is, I do sometimes enjoy these kind of fragrances, and this one is done very nicely. It's definitely not for spring and summer. Not because it's heavy or it's too sweet or anything like that. It's just, it's not the vibe you want. But it is beautiful. So I would keep your eye on that one. And don't be scared of the incense or the coffee and the smoky. It's not there at all. And I used this like 4 or 5 times by now. At no time. With some from this kit and the Montale, my perception or liking, not liking of the fragrances adjusted with each time a little bit. Some didn't, and some a little bit did. With this one, just consistent. It doesn't really change even on the skin much. It's nice. It's safe. It's nice. Okay, moving on. Let's move on to, who's our next candidate? Sicily. Okay, so Sicily, here we go. Let's take a look. So citrus, fruity, sweet, powdery, fresh, spicy, white floral, fresh woody. Note-wise, at the top you got mandarin orange, grapefruit, peach, pineapple, bergamot, and apple. In the heart you have jasmine, ylang ylang, violet, and rose. In the base, white musk and woody notes. In the open you get a blast of citrus. Beautiful citrus, by the way, nothing against. But it has a sweetness, which I'm assuming it's the pineapple and the peach. It's good. I like the opening. I like the opening and the ylang ylang. Honestly, with this one, the rose, it's not dominating anything. As usually with these brands, the rose is like, you know, cutting through everything. But it's the ylang ylang and the rose that kind of play a beautiful part. So this one is on probation. The more I smell it, the more I like it. The more I smell it, the more notes I'm noticing, and they're opening up for me, and the more I appreciate it. In the beginning, I didn't like it. I found it to be boring, just citrus that dies down into a little bit floral, which is still the truth. But I'm picking up on a few other little things here and there, and sometimes lack of complexity is something that is good. I will say the citrus is a bit of a different format than what I'm used to. It's a little sweet. It's just interesting. So I wouldn't say, wow. Maybe I will. You know, let me spray this on me, actually, that I'm yapping about it. So yeah, it's the bergamot, the grapefruit, that's what it is. That you can really get that grapefruit. It's that white flesh, you know, between the peel and the actual fruit. That white gives it that bitterness. The bergamot gives it that bergamot spice. I don't know, I think it's the pineapple and the peach that give it a little bit of a sweetness. So not the pineapple, peach, and the apple, they're not coming through as you would think as they do in other fragrances. Here it's all about that citrus. And those other fruits, they give it like a frame that is a little bit sweeter, so it's not just like sharp citrus in your nose. And it sweetens up a little bit more, but not by the mandarin orange, by one of the other ones. Maybe it's the peach. It's lovely. And then the ylang ylang comes through. A little bit of the violet, not much of the jasmine and the rose. And the dry down, you get more of the florals. This could be a full bottle, you know, like I'm telling you, the more I smell it, the more I love it. So this is another reason why I wanted to do this review a third time, because I kind of keep changing my mind slightly, especially about this one. And I really like it. I do. It's a little bit fake, but not in a bad way. Like the Soleil de something by Montale. No. This one is very citrusy and fruity, more citrus, less than the fruit, and then you have the florals. This one is nice. It's very nice. I like this one. It can be, yeah, absolutely unisex, because even though there's floral, they're not, they're just a general kind of floral. And a little bit there, yeah, the citrus really takes over. This one is great. Yeah, I need a bottle of this. Yes, absolutely full bottle worthy. You know what? Yeah. It's I would like to find another one, maybe a little bit more aquatic or a little bit driftwoody, or cedar, something, you know, kind of on that. But in terms of having a nice citrus, and I'm not too big, by the way, in very summery fragrances. I prefer my woods, my florals, stuff like that, which is I have a lot. You know, I'm like down with bourbon. Give me bourbon and leather. I'm just like, oh. But this one is beautiful. So this one is, yeah, I want a bottle of this. I'm sold. Done, 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 and done. I'm sold. Okay. And that's interesting because the first time I did this video, I did not like it. And yeah, it's a mood, but when you, yeah, it's good. I like it. Okay, so I'm gonna stop yapping. A lot of yapping happening. Okay, let's move on. So, okay. All right, so let's do this one. This is another reason why I wanted to redo this, because this fragrance, I just went on and on and on because I have a lot to say. I'm probably going to say a lot again. I'm going to try to keep it shorter. So this one is Jardin Exclusive. Fruity, powdery, sweet, citrus, musky, fresh, white floral, caramel, woody, animalic. At the opening, yet again, the pear, very similar opening in notes between the Sicily and the velvet vanilla. Here, pear, white peach, caramel, lemon, black currant, Sicilian orange, apple. Right, there is a kind of noticing. In the heart, you got your jasmine, ambergris, violet, and Bulgarian rose. And in the base, white musk, Madagascar vanilla, and sandalwood. So what do you get? So I will say, oh, something's in my hand. So what do we actually get here? So let's say like this. First of all, I want to ignore one part, the animalic side, and call the rest very unisex. You get your fruits, you get your florals. The fruits, you really get the zest and the freshness of those citruses and the ambergris and the pear, juicy pear. And then you get all the rest to give you that sweetness and that floral blossom. But it's a year-round and very easy for summer during the day in hot weather. Easy. So it's that kind of fruity, floral, fresh, citrusy. That it's just terrific. You know, there's nothing stuffy. Now, caramel, on a way, reminds me a little bit of the caramel in Casablanca. So I have Casablanca here. Let me just make sure that I'm not telling you something wrong. A little bit, yeah. Yeah, so the caramel is very similar because in Casablanca you have the caramel with the white musk and some other notes and the fruits. So the caramel with the white musk and the fruits in both of these are slightly resembling, but I don't like the Casablanca. I mean, it's fine. Maybe I would like it actually in the summer. I don't know, but no, I don't like it. The caramel is too much. I don't like it. It's not bad, but it's not full bottle worthy. But here in the Jardine, do I have another room to spray? I love this one. Okay, by the way, Jardine Exclusive, before I'm going back to the fragrance, the performance of this is bestiality. This, your skin is that shirt that you need to wash in order to get rid of the scent. And even after your shower, even if your shower is 24 hours, you're still gonna smell it. This projects, this lasts, this. I bow with respect to this fragrance and its performance. And that's, yeah, ooh, this is insane. I'm very happy to spray this because I know I'm going to smell it until tomorrow. It's that good. And it doesn't matter if your skin is dry like mine. It's still going to push through. Dang it yet again. So here's one thing that doesn't change. Dang it. I don't want to discourage you from the scent because it's fantastic. But it reminds me of in Israel, like when you go to a supermarket or something like that and they just clean the floors. It does. Dang it. I don't know if what we use to clean things is really good, but yeah, it's kind of floral and fruity, but it has like a soapy entity to it, but like more to wash your floors kind of soap, but like good soap, like fabulous washing products, you know, it's really good. Yeah, that and then the lemon and the black currant are popping up for me. So all the other ones are just, you know, part of that beautiful soap. And then the lemon and the black currant kind of push through all that. They're like, huh, we're on our own. Um, the jasmine. Yeah, the jasmine, the violet. The violet and the rose are kind of more playing along. A little bit of the jasmine is a little bit higher above all. The amber is what's giving you that freshness. Now, white musk, yeah. So the beginning is a very fresh, fruity, zesty, floral, kind of soapy scenario. Very unisex, very refreshing. So there's that. But I love it. I do. I love it. I don't know why. So I know I do know why. But so here's what happens in the dry down. The dry down, that last word animalic in its description, it becomes very animalic. Now, when I say animalic, I'm referring to a man's sweat. Now, I don't like it in fragrances. I don't like this on men. I find it disgusting. But it's not just sweat. It's that sweat that when you're in the gym and that dude passes out, you cannot breathe. You know that scent. You know that scent. If he's working out next to you, you got to move to a different machine. You cannot function. You cannot breathe. You cannot think. It's that horrible reeking thing. But here it's done beautifully in the most perfect way imaginable. And it's the most, I don't want to say a little bit because man, it's noticeable, but it's the best. People, it's the best. I don't like sweat. I love it here. I don't know how. I don't know how. It's almost, you know, here comes spring and, you know, I'm like a deer in heat. I don't know. It's a pheromone. Because of that note, and I feel like it's my duty as a reviewer to highlight that note because it exists and it can make it or break it for some of you, okay? And it lasts from the dry down until it's gone. Sometimes it's the last thing to go, but it's done beautifully, guys. Man, beautifully. Like it's literally working on my on the fact that I'm a mammal. Like that's how it's working. That's what it does. It works on your instincts. It has nothing to do with what you like, and it just works on your instincts. And so in terms of this as being a unisex, I would say absolutely not. I might get it because I love that scent. I just want to smell that scent. But to be outside with this fragrance, I would be very subconscious because as much as I love men perfumes, and you do you boo and whatever, that's all great. But there is a difference between smelling like a man because you're wearing a man perfume, a man cologne, that with notes that are identified, you know, to be more masculine lenient. Fine. And don't, like, I don't care. I love them all. But this is not this scenario. This is the scenario where you're gonna smell like testosterone, like man's sebum and sweat, like you're smelling like a man's pheromones. So unless that's what you want to do you. But as much as I love men fragrances and unisex, and I love my leather and the tobacco, love. This is not like it would be weird for me to smell like a sweaty man. Like, but it's good, and yeah, I don't know, it does smell like a cleaning something in the opening, but it goes down and it becomes very it just becomes like fresh soap, like that intensity of everything that is giving me like washing floors, it goes down and it just becomes like nice fresh soap and animalic sweat. I love it. I think this would be great for men. Honestly, yeah, because it's fresh. And I'm sure that the way that it smells for me on my nose and on my skin, like a washing floor product that I think it's, by the way, beautiful. In this scenario, somehow, I'm sure it's going to smell very different on an actual man. I don't think it's going to smell like that. I think it's just going to smell very fresh and zesty. And with that animalic note, it's going to take that kind of scent that is fresh, but not, you know, sporty and, you know, like you took it from a 17-year-old kid, but it's going to keep it very masculine because of that animalic note in it. So I think that will work beautifully. I really like it. I find it to be very alluring, especially that dry down, that animalic tone. Love. Last one. Hope I didn't lose you. Are you with me? Last one. Boop, boop. If you're still with me. The last one, promise. Gold Intensive Oud. I'm gonna say it straight up. It's so full bottle worthy that I actually ordered a full bottle of this already. I couldn't wait. And this white 1 ml, every time I was using it, I was like, oh, I'm like, I can't live without it. I must have the bottle. Because I needed to try other things to give a proper review. And every time I'm like, but it's here. I must use it. So, woody, rose, musky, citrus, powdery, amber, warm, spicy, floral. Note-wise, what do we have? We have lemon and water notes at the opening, the same as the Crystal Rose by Swiss Arabia, by the way. In the heart, rose, gaiac wood, teak wood, saffron, geranium, and in the base, precious woods, white musk, and ambergris. Guys, this is perfection of a fragrance. I have so much to say, but I don't want to be here another hour. It's year-round, but it's perfect for warm weather. It's perfect for my personal 125 degrees of summer in the desert. It's beautiful. It's the lemon and the water notes keep it very fresh. It's a fresh fragrance. The dry down has a little fresh soapiness to it, but very light, very airy, very airy. Not a particular soap, just that, you know, just general freshness. Now, and the ambergris, definitely, yeah. Now, all the woods, the gaiac wood, teak wood, and the precious woods. So the precious woods and the teak wood, they're kind of the base, and the wood sits on top. This oud is the most beautiful oud I've ever smelled in my life. Probably because it's more woody than oudy. It's a little woody. It's a little oudy, more woody. But that aspect is not very dominant. And I didn't know they can make oud like this. This one is like a little pussycat. It's like a little Persian pussycat, a little kitten. It's so soft and delicate and gentle. If you somebody who loves oud and you have legit oud fragrances, you might not even pick up on the fact that there's oud in here because you're so overstimulated with very intense ones. Because I don't like strong oud, I love it on a tight leash. tight leash. I don't like it running around being all crazy, pissing on stuff. I don't like that kind of oud. I love this. This is lyrical. This is sensual. This is interesting. This is different. This is easy. This is everyday. This is casual, but also special occasions because it's different. It has a Middle Eastern vibe, but it's stunning. The rose is not bold or in your face. It's a regular, beautiful, soft pink rose, soapy rose, very light. Not trying to prove a point or dominate over anything. It's just, this is one of the best oud compositions with rose that I've tried, and especially for spring and summer, it's stunning and it's so unisex. Nothing here is leaning one direction or another. It's fantastic. If you're somebody like me that likes your oud very quiet, very warm, very cuddly, very soft, you gotta try this, baby. It's amazing. The performance, fantastic. 24 hours, easy. By 24 hours, does it become closer to the skin like a skin scent? Yes, but it's not one of these skin scents. It's one of these. From here, you can smell it. The first 12 hours, it projects. You can smell it. Other people can smell it. It's not too powerful. You one spray, you gotta, be careful. No, feel free. Enjoy it, like soak yourself in it. Enjoy the it's like an aura. So for me, this fragrance is like a Middle Eastern mirage. You know, it's like that water pool with those beautiful trees in the middle of a desert that is this refreshing, stunning thing. It's just like an oasis that you found. This one is one of my favorite. Like the moment I smell this, I knew I'm gonna have a bottle of this, and every day I'm smelling it, and I'm like, I don't want to go on with my life without you. But that's absolutely, oh my god, this Jardine that I just sprayed here, guys, it projects so strong. It's, yeah, oh, it's so fresh. I can't have a bottle of this. I'm not gonna have a bottle of this because the animalic note is too animalic for me, and smelling like clean floors is not my personal vibe. But that animalic tone is so good. Like it gets me. When that animalic tone pops up after like about an hour, I'm like, I'm a mammal, like going back to my roots, you know. But this gold intensive oud, don't think, oh, intensive, it's going to be very, no, it's the opposite. It's the most soft, gentle oud that you'll ever smell. You'll be like, this is oud, this can be oud. Well, I guess I like oud now. If you don't like oud, but you kind of want to, or you know, you're like, I wish there was an oud fragrance that I could enjoy, you would enjoy this 100%. This is stunning. There's nothing here that is too masculine or harsh or anything like that. It's just not. I've been dreaming of a fragrance like this. It's so light and airy, like a fresh stream of water. Oh, it's sensational. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. All right, guys, yay, that's it for today. Yes, for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed. Do subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.